Clark lobbing it in. Boston draws two in the corner. Hole. You bet.
Lexi motherfucking Hole. Let's go
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Track and Ace. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, man. Again, wasn't planning on making any videos today, but the Caitlin Clark news is keep coming out. And I noticed that during the Olympics, man, there was like a lot of like Caitlin Clark news, even when she was on break. Like, I think this off season is going to be interesting because we haven't had a real Caitlin Clark off season since like between the national title game of 2023 and the new season that started in November last year. So it's going to be crazy, but we'll have women's college hoops, which is different because I think a lot of people are going to be focusing on women's college hoops this upcoming season, man. It's going to be a lot of people focused in on it this season. You got Lucy Olsen out there, Paige Beckers and Juju Watkins and whoever else is supposed to be getting drafted in the next couple of years. It's going to be insane, man. And we would definitely be covering Lucy Olsen and Paige Beckers on this channel, so keep it locked here, man. But let's start with something that's very interesting, man. I'm planning on making two different videos. This video will be about the Raiders, and the next one's going to be about Caitlin Clark, like just the impact she's having on the league, especially with her play style. Like how the league is like trying to figure things out. I think they're going to fail trying to figure out Caitlin Clark's style, bro. And I got another video that I want to do, another Lexi Hall video. So Lexi and Caitlin are BFFs, so I wanted to make like a little tribute video to that. And since we have a long stretch before this next game, which is on Saturday, I might have a chance to work on it and get it out before then, hopefully, man. And I've been producing some new music, so I want to show off that new music. So we'll see what happens, man. But let's get to the story at hand here. The Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark mostly, has set another ratings record. Sunday's game with the Storm and Fever on ABC got 2.23 million viewers. It's absolutely insane. It's the fifth largest WNBA audience since 2001. 2001, literally the fifth season of the league. 2001. It will be fourth if we exclude the WNBA Draft, which had 2.45 million viewers. If we exclude that and we just focus in on the games, it would be fourth. Only the WNBA All-Star Game, which got 3.4 million viewers, is the highest total of this season. And the two meetings featuring Clark against Angel Reese in the Sky, 2.3 million and 2.3 million, 2.25 million to be exact, averaged more viewers than the 2.23 that she got. And this was against a different team, different opponent. I mean, she had some history against Seattle this season, but like, come on, most people are focusing on that rivalry between her and Angel Reese. You know, the Sky they're going to be the Fever's main rivals. You know, they play next door to each other, man. Indiana and fucking Chicago, bro. But this is a new team, really, that she's facing with the Storm. The history that she has is there was a fight in the first game that Caitlin was a part of. A couple of more fights in that last game, and the Seattle just blew them away in that last game. And they finally got their revenge in this one. But everyone recognized that Seattle Storm was also a measuring test. It was one of the top teams in the WNBA, going to be a playoff team this season. Veteran team, a lot of household names, Jewel Lloyd, Skylar Diggins, y'all know them. And Noelle Quinn blew up this week because I didn't even make any videos on Noelle Quinn. I should have made at least one with her getting into Chrissy's size late in the game. But Now she's blowing up. Now people know who Noelle Quinn is. It's like if you hate on CC or you just do something against CC, you're going to blow up. Like, that's the ingredient. Just go against CC, and your name, which was irrelevant before, is going to blow up now. But let me continue to read this off. Indiana's win was the 19th game window and 20th telecast this season to top the million viewer mark, man. The million viewer mark is extending a league record, bro. This is a league record right now. Of those, all but 2 have featured Clark and the FIFA. And by the way, this source comes from Sports Media Watch. And I got to thank Mick Talks Hoops because I got the notification because I'm subscribed to him that the rating was out. Because I was waiting for the rating. I knew it wasn't going to come out yesterday. I knew it was probably going to come out today. So I was waiting on it to see what this game drew. We're going to get to the Ion game on Friday, too, what that drew. The game was actually the most watched game in the history of the Seattle Storm, who is in their 25th season of existence. They have won 4 WNBA titles. And their previous high, this is how embarrassing this shit is for the WNBA. Their previous high was $1.25 million for a 2002 playoff game against the Sparks on NBC. So their highest rated game was none of the WNBA title games, none of the WNBA championship games, final games. It was a random playoff game against Lisa Leslie and the Los Angeles Sparks on NBC 22 years ago when Seattle was still, in their second or third season in the league. So they haven't had a national game that had more than 1.3 million viewers. That's insane. This game on Sunday was their highest rated game. That's insane, man. Team been around for 25 years, and they have never been over the 2 million viewer mark. Or 1.5 million. Never. For a national game. That's crazy. And NBC's interesting because NBC will be back with the WNBA in 2 years for the 2026 season. So the new partners is so on the next TV deal is ABC, ESPN under the Disney umbrella. Then it's NBC and Peacock as well, and Amazon under that. So those are their 3 partners, and they're still, and the deal itself is not finalized because they still got CBS and Ion, I think, in negotiations to re-extend their contracts, and I hope they re-extend with both networks. CBS is a good outlet; it's a free outlet, just like ABC and Ion and NBC. The same thing with Ion, free outlet, and I personally love those Friday night games with Ion. They're really fun. Those Friday night games are really fun on Ion. But let me get through the rest of this so I can end this video too. For the weekend, the only other sports telecast to top this game for the entire weekend was the Saints 49ers NFL preseason game on Fox, which averaged more viewers. And that's football. That's the NFL. NFL is king. Ratings king, if y'all know that. Like, that was the only other telecast from sports this entire weekend that topped CC's game. That's amazing because this is a weird time of year where, specifically this year, where we're just coming off the Olympics and everyone's, kind of got that Olympic fatigue. They're trying to, like, get away from sports a little bit unless you're watching baseball and preseason football. Then everyone kind of rams back up until we got college coming back next Thursday, next weekend. Then the NFL the weekend after that. That's when everybody sort of really comes back to sports. That's how it's been the last however long. But things are different now because Caitlin Clark never played around this time of year. And she's got people glued on basketball in the summer. Dead in the summer. Kids are going back to school. A lot of kids just went back to school yesterday. Some kids going back to school today. I think somewhere in Texas they were going back to school today. I think it was Austin. Kids are going back to school. Like, ain't nobody trying to watch no damn basketball in the summertime, bro. But CC got people watching basketball. And I was surprised because I thought after, we just had a month-long layoff. I thought people forgot about CC. Like, as far as like, oh yeah, I forgot the WNBA came back. Nobody forgot that the WNBA is back. look, that is the CC effect. Friday night's game. This is the one that I really wanted to see how they did. Friday night's regional action featuring the Mercury and Fever. 1.22 million. Back, staying over the million viewer mark. She's still bringing in 1 million viewers to Ion, bro, on a Friday night. That's crazy. That was the network's second largest WNBA audience since it began carrying games a year ago, trailing another regional window featuring the same matchup from last month with 1.34 million. So she had the high is the 1.34 million on Ion a month ago. Some markets also got Dream and Storm. And other WNBA action, and this is interesting too. So on CBS they had that double hitter on Saturday afternoon. I watched the Liberty and Aces game and a little bit of that Lynx Mystic game. It wasn't too competitive, so I wasn't really keeping an eye on it. But they had 174,000 viewers on CBS for that Liberty Aces game and 577,000 for the Lynx and Mystics. Neither game got over 1 million, but I mean 874,000 is not too bad for the WNBA. It's actually pretty decent. Especially with it not being Caitlin Clark involved, but that's still like it's just such a difference between Caitlin Clark and the rest of the league, you know. They're gonna like the thing that the WNBA got to figure out. They got to get some stars on some of these other teams though. Like that's the problem right now. They still don't really got no one that could really draw outside of the Fever, and I think you could have some ballers who could draw at least. On the lower side, maybe somewhere between 1 million and 1.5 million. We'll see. That's why next year is going to be so interesting with Paige Beckers in college. Because college typically always used to get bigger rates than the WNBA anyways. So I'm going to be very interested to see how Paige Beckers does. Because a lot of people know who she is now. Even though she was actually the original Caitlin Clark before she got injured. Caitlin Clark actually became who she was because of Paige Beckers getting injured. That was crazy. All the attention went on to Caitlin Clark after she got injured. So she was supposed to be an original Caitlin Clark. She had all that hype from high school. But we're going to see. I don't expect her to be anywhere close to Caitlin Clark's college rates. Like, I'm not even going to do that. Like, nah. But I do want to see where she's at compared to past years before Caitlin Clark got her hype in 2023. So, Lucy Olsen's going to be interesting. How her ratings are going to be for the Iowa Hawkeyes, because I think Iowa's is just like the Fever. They got that whole Midwest on a dime watching their games. So I think Lucy Olsen will keep some pretty decent ratings up for Iowa. People are going to want to see how CC's old team is doing too. So I think there's going to be some intrigue there. And then Juju, the only problem with Juju is she plays on the West Coast. So a lot of her games going to be airing late, except for the weekend ones where she might be able to get in them afternoon windows. But Juju's going to be someone that people are going to watch, and whoever else is supposed to be coming out in the next couple of years, like I was saying earlier. But yeah, that's crazy though. That's crazy. Like Ion in particular couldn't get. I think when they came last year. I think they couldn't get more than 200,000 viewers, if I'm not mistaken. Because even the nightcap game, the game after Sun and Wings had almost 500,000 right behind it. They was not getting anywhere close to 500,000 last year. I remember that was a high number when they got, was it 500,000 or 700,000 when CC played on there for the first time against LA? I forgot how many they had, but that was an impressive rating back in May. So this is pretty good. That Sun Wing game, 485,000 is pretty good for them. So she's lifting the league, but they need a bigger lift. Like I said, if they could get somebody to lift one of those other teams, because that was the thing that the NBA had. They had two players they were able to market around. They had Magic and Larry. So they had Boston and Los Angeles. They need to find somebody, because Reese ain't getting it done in Chicago. Like, when her games is away from everyone else, people ain't really watching like that. They need to get somebody who's semi-popular at CC to get at least another team up in the ratings. At least two. At least two. Because with the NBA, they always had LeBron and Curry in these last couple of decades. Like, they had LeBron and Curry to thrive off of if they needed a decent rating. They had LeBron and Curry. They need, like, at least a second team in the WNBA to lift them ratings up. You know, it can't just be CC, bro. They got to get somebody else to lift the ratings up. They got to find that player who can do it. We'll see. Maybe Lucy Olsen will get a lot of fans this season, and she could lift them up. Because I don't know about Paige Beckers just yet. I got to, like I said, I got to see how that's looking. But Paige Beckers is a pretty big name. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, man. But yeah, let me go ahead and wrap this one up, man. Very interesting stuff with these ratings, man. But we're going to talk about CeCe's impact on this league as far as her play and how people are just perplexed at what CeCe is doing in, dare I say, Lexi Hall pretty soon, man. But I'm going ahead and give me your thoughts on these ratings, man, in the comment section below. Remember, guys, we're going to have a WNBA Patreon pretty soon. I'm going to host some games here on the Track and Ace one pretty soon, man. So be on the lookout for it. I decided to go a little bit light on the Olympic stuff since it's like so far away from the Olympics. I'm like, man, I should just skip some of this stuff, man. So later in the season or during the playoffs, I'll start uploading those first few games, man, for y'all, man. So sign up on the Patreon. And also, if you want to donate to the channel, got a Cash App, $ Sack Exchange, man. Like I said, you can donate just $1 to it. It'll be good. Scan the QR code on the screen if you got some Bitcoin. You could send over some Bitcoin to me if you got crypto. And Google is an option. And let me know in the comment section below if you got another donation platform that you'd like to donate on, man. And you know, I know it's tough, man. You know, everybody needs their money right now. You know, tough economy right now. And I understand if you can't really send any money right now. And it's cool, man. But if you can, man, I really will appreciate it. $1 or $2 will be just enough. You know, I want to do some new things with this channel. I want to buy another channel. You know, you would definitely be helping out in that sense, man. But one thing you can do for free, get this video a like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching this one. Track and Ace.